Yeah, that DAMITRAY guy, he's pretty cool. Oh yeah, DAMITRAY. Yeah, he's pretty cool guy. I like that DAMITRAY. Yeah. Old DAMITRAY, yeah, he's pretty good. He used to come down on the ranch and hunt every fall. I like DAMITRAY. DAMITRAY! I ain't never heard of DAMITRAY. I just listen to rap. I never heard of DAMITRAY. I know DAMITRAY though. Hey, so picking up where I can't buy socialism. I mean, the premise of the idea is good. You know, everybody pitches in, everybody has what they need, everybody's taken care of, and if it was run by the Apostle Peter, like the little place in the New Testament was, I might submit to Saint Peter to run my socialist government. But if I'm going to have to put my socialist government in the hands of somebody other than Saint Peter, I'm a bit nervous about that. Uh, Now, capitalism uh, doesn't just ignore these people. Now, true, there are greedy people out there that love money. And you know what? Not all of them are rich. A lot of those people are poor. They love money, they just don't love the things they have to do to get it. So it's nice if you can just go vote and say, hey, that rich dude over there, I want some of his money. And even in our capitalist system, that's kind of that's what we're leading up to now with the progress. We've got 50% out there that only pay about 3% of the taxes. So if you've got half of the population paying 3% of the taxes, hey, no big deal. Raise the taxes on the rich. Raise them taxes. We don't care. We get some money out of it. And just them, greedy rich people, those are the ones that don't need all that money. Now, is that a proper attitude to have? To look at somebody and say, "Oh, they've got too much money. They should give that away." It's not my decision to make. And most of the people that's got a lot of money, and then again, well, what's the line? What's a lot of money? You know, that's different for each individual. You know, guy making 20,000 probably don't think you need to make more than 60,000. The guy making 60,000 probably doesn't think you need to make more than 120. So how do we set this limit? How do we decide what's enough? Because socialism basically does limit what you can earn and possess and own, and that's just it's not tangible. That's a personal decision for each individual to decide how much is enough for them. Now, how we handle that money, okay, that's individual too. Uh, a law that says you have to be charitable and give your money to the poor is not charity, it's extortion. Because when you don't obey the law that says you must give your money to this person, then the government enforces that law and they come to take it from you. And if you say, no, I don't want to give you my money, then they pull out their gun and they say, yes, you will. And if you don't, we're going to take you to jail, and then we're going to take your money anyway. So, enact a law that says you make enough money. You don't need to make any more. We're going to tax the rest of it, and then we're going to spend it the way we see fit. And if you don't, we'll forcibly take it from you because it's the law. And it's right. So, you can't force charity. That has to come from an individual. Some will, some won't. Some with little money are very charitable, give a lot. Some with no money are quite stingy. It's not an amount, it's the heart. Now, the problem that I have with the Democrats is they love class warfare. Poor against the rich, poor against the rich. Well, why do they do that? It's quite simple. It's mathematics. You have 50% of the people paying no taxes. Then you have the top 10% paying about 80% of the taxes. So, if you've got over 50% of the people basically not paying any taxes, and you come out there and say, vote for me, I'm going to give you some free money, I'm going to go take it from these rich dudes over here and give it to you, you're going to get their vote. So, class warfare pit the rich against the poor, or the poor against the rich. I ain't necessarily going to say the rich are against the poor. Seems to me the biggest contentious spirit is the poor jealous of the rich. And in my 64 years of life and all my work, I haven't had any rich person steal from me. Matter of fact, it was the rich people where I usually got my work. I didn't make much money off the poor. I made my money from the rich dude that had a lot of money, that could build a company, and needed people to work so he could make more money, and then he paid us. Now today, most rich people won't stay in business if they don't treat their workers properly. Especially in today's economy right now, which is February 2019, 3.9% unemployment. Workers aren't stuck in one job. There's lots of opportunities for us. So employers have to strive for our labor. When labor is scarce, they have to pay more for it. It's just like any free market society, supply and demand. My labor is a product that I produce. And if there's a high demand for my product, then I can charge more for it. If there's 1,000 people out there offering the same guy my product, then I can't charge as much. I got to kind of undercut those guys before I can sell my product. Now, a company sells a product. If that product doesn't cut the mustard, if it's a shabby, low-grade product, people aren't going to buy it. People don't buy it, then the company doesn't make any money. Now, the way you get a good product is you have a good workforce. If you have to get a good workforce, you have to pay them well. So I understand there were times in history when situations might have been a little different and there were a lot of very unsavory business people out there. That's not the world today. We have all the laws in place to protect workers from that sort of abuse. So if we understand the simple market and how it works and how labor is treated, I know I've worked for a lot of companies, and most of the companies I worked for understood that to keep good labor, even in times when labor is plentiful, they still have to treat the best laborers, uh, you know, decent, give them a decent wage, decent benefits. Otherwise, they won't be able to hang on to them. And they need the best workers they can get so that they can put out the best product they can put out so that they can make a profit and stay alive. And you'll find most big companies, although you may hear them make, billions and billions of dollars, the secret is not in billions and billions of dollars. The secret is in percent profit. Okay? If you invest $10 and you make 3% profit on that $10, you're going to make what, 30 cents? Okay? That's not a lot of money. But, if you're investing, millions of dollars and make 3%, then you make a lot of money. But the key is that 3% there. Okay? They're not making, a killing percent-wise off of this stuff. And you have to make a minimum profit. Otherwise, company doesn't do you any good. And this is also the same thing. I get irritated with people when it comes to taxes. They bitch about the rich getting the biggest tax break. Well, if my tax bill is $100 and I pay 10%, that's $10. You cut that and cut my tax rate in half now. Well, I got a savings. It's 5% now. Okay. Now my savings, I have a savings of $5. I've got a whole 5% tax cut. That's pretty good. Now, if I'm paying taxes on $1,000 and paying 10%, then I'm paying $100. Give me a 5% tax cut. Now I'm only paying $50. I save $50 compared to your $5 on the same cut. Now, you only give me 2.5% cut, I still save $25. So my taxes only went down 2.5%. I saved $25. You got 5% and saved $5. So everybody then looks at the rich guy. Oh, well, he's getting all the tax breaks. No, it's the amount of money that we're talking about for each individual. Okay? It's called a percentage. All right? The rich guy still only got 2.5% cut. You got 5%. You saved $5. He saved $25. Why? Because you're paying taxes on 100. He's paying taxes on 1,000. Okay? So they say, oh, all the tax break goes to the rich. Money-wise, it looks that way, yes, because the amount of savings on a large amount of money is more money. But percentage-wise, which is where we should be looking, and this is what we should be taking care of.